Yes.
What are some of the most outrageous things that you'll have the liberal students ask you about or interrogate you about when you're on campuses?
Oh.
The misconceptions that they have about
I remember once I was at University of Georgia and a young woman stood up and said, "Are you a member of the right-wing Christian coalition?" And I said, "I'm Jewish, I don't know, you know." But I don't think so. So they have all sorts of assumptions about who you are, and then I had, this was a review of a book where a woman was so shocked that someone would be critical of feminism because they're not accustomed to that. The field doesn't function like most other academic fields where there are a lot of opinions and give and take. And she called me, she said, "Christina Hoff Sommers is anti-woman. She's even, you know, she and Margaret Thatcher are those two female impersonators." That was the irritant. And but I thought about that, and I think I've gotten in trouble not because I'm a female impersonator. I'm not anti-woman. I'm pro-woman and pro-feminism in the classical sense. But I think because I'm a philosopher, and I start out with a commitment to rules of logic and rules of evidence and basic fairness. And I did become a feminist in the 70s because there were inequities and there was a lot of foolishness holding women back. But I changed and became critical of the movement in the 80s and 90s because I saw that it had gone too far in the other direction. It was becoming, well, what I was seeing was a lot of female bullies and mean-spiritedness. But now, in my current work, I'm looking at something that's even a deeper kind of malfeasance on the part of the feminist establishment, which is, they always say, we had to rewrite history because men wrote it and they were very limited. Well, now they've rewritten it and they're even more limited than the men. Because it's written from a radical feminist perspective, which is more narrow than a range of male views. Males, at least you have liberal, conservative, you have a variety of males. They weren't perfect. It could be improved by having women write it. But there should be a diverse, intellectually diverse group of women. And we don't have that. And we're paying a very high price. Now, the good news for all of you, or your friends, spread the news, there's a lot of work to be done. There's a huge amount of recovery and rediscovery. We have to go back. We can't trust them. We have to go back and read the periods. I go back now, and Frances Willard is one of the great women's of the American history. But she's not mentioned. She has to be brought back. And we've got to get to know Hannah More. She was witty. She was fabulous. She was brilliant. The leading men of her generation would meet her and then just be transfixed because she was so intelligent. She was painted by the great painters, and you'll see her, you'll think she has gray hair, but she didn't. They would put on a gray wig because they thought she looked like a barrister or a philosopher. So they'd make her hair gray, but there's a young face there. Yes?